G'day everyone, Jaimunji here, and today we are going to be ranking the 17 studio albums by Iron Maiden. Yeah, that's right, I'm including Senjutsu. As you can see, I've got the vinyl there in the back, been spinning it all week. I'm really enjoying it, but let's see how it ranks in this list. I'm not going to be doing worst to best, I'm going to be putting them in a tier list, but I will try and order them. So if there's a couple in the A tier, I'll order them to which one I think's the best of the A tier to the worst of the A tier. So we will have an understanding on what I think is best or worst. I haven't pre-thought this through. I'm going to be doing it live. So by the time we get to the end after we rank Senjutsu, I'm probably going to swap some of these albums around. Anyway, super keen. I'm going to do this for other bands as well. So please suggest in the comments what you would like to see. It doesn't have to be albums. It could be their best songs, best music video, best album art. It could be video games. I'm a big video game nerd if you couldn't tell. Anyway, let's get to it. Alright, let's see how this goes. I guess we'll go from first to last. Okay, so first up, I do want to say that I'm very much Bruce Dickinson is my Maiden vocalist. So nothing against Paul or Blaze, especially against Paul because he did some killer work on those first two albums. But if they do rank a little bit lower to begin with until I change them around, it is because I preferred these songs with Bruce singing them. But we'll start with Iron Maiden. Now, killer debut album. Awesome songs in this one. Running Free, Remember Tomorrow. Phantom of the Opera is actually one of my favorite Iron Maiden songs of all time. What a debut. I can't put them all in S tier. I'm ranking Iron Maiden against themselves, so a D for Iron Maiden could be an S tier for another band. I'm going to put Iron Maiden at B for now. I think B is a comfortable spot, dead in the middle. That could move up, could move down, but I do think B is very good for this. Like I said, I'm more of a fan of Bruce's work. This is probably going to be an unpopular opinion though. I think most people prefer Killers over Iron Maiden. And don't get me wrong, there's some definitely cool songs on Killers. I preferred Iron Maiden. I think because Phantom of the Opera was on Iron Maiden. So, also a really good start. At the moment, I'm going to chuck this... Nah, C tier is not good. B tier, but behind Iron Maiden. I do firmly stand with, I think Iron Maiden is better than Killers. I know, blasphemy. Alright. So this is more of the territory I'm familiar with, the Bruce Dickinson era. Number of the Beast. Oh, what a debut for Bruce. He couldn't have hit it out of the park any better than this. We've got Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Hallowed Be Thy Name, The Prisoner. Oh, there's just so many good songs on this album. Children of the Damned, geez. Almost be criminal not to put it in S tier straight off the bat. It's a bit early. But these can change, but... yeah, it's got Hallowed Be Thy Name. I do think Hallowed Be Thy Name is Iron Maiden's best song. Not saying it's my favourite song, but I think if I was to show anyone Iron Maiden for the first time, Hallowed Be Thy Name's kind of everything. So, yeah, S tier. S tier for sure. Alright, so now we're coming to Peace of Mind. The second one with Bruce, the first one Nico. I really like this album. As a whole, it's pretty good. Do I think it's as good as Number of the Beast? Let me see. We've got Flight of Icarus, When Eagles Dare, The Trooper. I really like Die With Your Boots On. I have a real soft spot for that song. This does have Quest of Fire though. Bruce does hit an impressive note in that song, but otherwise that song's pretty average. Can't place everything in S tier. Do still think this is an A tier. A tier album. I know some of you are going to disagree with that and think it is S tier. I know some people like them more than Number of the Beast, and some people have it as their favourite album. For me, I'd be comfortable putting it in an A tier for now. That may change as we get down the line. Alright, okay. Power Slave. I think universally, most people would agree this is their favourite Iron Maiden album. If they didn't choose Number of the Beast, they normally pick this. It's hard to go wrong. Power Slave, Rime of the Ancient Mariner, Aces High is probably the best album opener of all time. Minutes to Midnight. I like Flash of the Blade as well. There's some really good songs on this. Rime of the Ancient Mariner is just such an epic musical piece as well. And Power Slave. This is joining S tier. I'm not going to put these in order in S tier yet. I think that would that would take up too much time. I'll wait till I'm done. Then I'll juggle these, but definitely S tier for Power Slave. And in saying that, Somewhere in Time is also S tier for me. I don't know, I just fell in love with this album. When I used to listen to them when I was younger, especially the song Somewhere in Time, that time is always on my side, just always was stuck in my head, and it still is. I'll be at work with my mate and I'll just be randomly going, side. And he just looks at me weird, but I can't blame him. S tier for this one as well. I'm sure most of you can agree with that. It has to be S or A. Anything below that, I just feel you're not a Maiden fan if that's the case. Or maybe you just don't like Bruce. Maybe you're more of a Paul or a Blaze fan. And kudos to you guys as well. Okay. And now we get to Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. Absolute bangers on it. Moonchild, The Evil That Men Do, Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. Can I Play With Madness is a fun song. Man, I don't know. I can't keep putting everything in S tier. Otherwise, what's the point of a ranking video? I want to put it in S tier, but let me see. I'm going to put it in A tier for now. I do like this album more than Peace of Mind. I know this tears some people because there was all the synths added in this album. To me, that just helped complete Maiden's sound. I don't know. My opinion. I'm a younger generation, I guess. At least I like to think I'm still young. Anyway, I'm going to put that at A for now. That could go up to S. Maybe one of these will ship down to A. Doubt any if I'm going to drop to C. Okay. Now we've reached the 90s. 80s metal bands didn't thrive in the 90s. There was a change in scenery. I don't know. I just don't know. I think with Adrian leaving the band as well in the 90s, that didn't help. Bruce eventually joining him really sucked. But I guess they needed that time. A lot of the bands in the 90s came back in the 2000s stronger. It's just 90s wasn't the time for 80s metal. In saying that, No Prayer for the Dying, don't really like this album. There's not a lot of good things I can say about it. It's got some okay songs on it, but I'm just thinking of it now. None even come to mind straight off the top of my head. I know Tailgunner's on it. Let's have a look. Spotify. Holy Smokes is a fun song. This is going to be my first D tier. I don't think it can go up to C tier. I don't really enjoy this album. I'm sure there's some people do enjoy this album, but I'm not one of them. Fear of the Dark is next. I do feel Fear of the Dark is a step up from No Prayer for the Dying. It has Fear of the Dark on it. Judas Be My Guide. Wasting Love. They're all good songs. Be Quick or Be Dead, I believe, was on this album as well. Let me double check that. Yep, it's the opening song. Afraid to Shoot Strangers. I don't think it's worthy of a B tier. I think it's a C+. If it didn't have Fear of the Dark on it itself, I think it's a C+. But in saying that, Fear of the Dark is so much better live, so listening to the studio version of it doesn't really give this album an extra boost at all, because I'm always going to listen to it off one of the live CDs. Whew. Okay, Blaze, here we go. I just never felt Blaze fitted in Iron Maiden. I actually like some of Blaze's solo stuff, but I just don't feel he fit in Iron Maiden. That being said, they did write some good songs with Blaze at the helm. They also wrote some really bad songs too. X Factor, I like the artwork, cool artwork with that Eddie. This one, you know, Sign of the Cross. Sign of the Cross is one of my favourite Maiden songs when Bruce does it live. It is absolutely killer. Man on the Edge is fun. Me and my mate Drew always joke with the briefcase of lunch line. Is he having a short lunch break or does he have a briefcase full of lunch? You guys probably all think I'm stupid now. I do think this is a D. For sure, but Sign on the Cross is killer. And Lord of Flies is pretty good too, but it's still a D. Might get some bit of a cop-out for this one. I'm going to put it above No Prayer for the Dying just because of how good Sign of the Cross is. I can't ignore that. Okay, Virtual 11. Really bad album, unfortunately, and they knew. Got rid of Blaze not long after. But that being said, The Klansman is amazing. I don't think it's going to save it from the D tier because it does have The Angel and the Gambler on it, which I swear to God is just 6 minutes of him going, "Don't you think I could save you?" It's D. I think this is the worst album they've done. I think they would probably agree if they had a gun to their head that this was their worst album. Not knocking Blaze, just wasn't the right fit for this band. Klansman was awesome though. Alright, now we're up to the new era of Maiden, the return of Bruce and Adrian to the band, which was... Imagine if that didn't happen. Could you imagine if Maiden just called it a day in 2000s? Like, never thought about that before. That's horrifying to think of. Let's not talk about it again. Brave New World, what a strong comeback. I do think this album's a bit front-loaded, what with the Wicker Man, the Ghost of the Navigator, Brave New World, Blood Brothers, all awesome songs. And if you're going to have a comeback album, you kind of want them right at the start. People were still buying CDs at this time. Not everyone was downloading. So you wanted those to get shown first. And wow, blows you away. The back end of the album starts to slack off a bit. Don't get me wrong, Out of the Silent Planet's awesome. I like a lot of the songs. I like all the songs on this album. I can happily put the album on start to finish, not skip anything. I think this is an A. Awesome artwork, great comeback album. I do think it's an A. Dance of Death. I have a lot of strong opinions about this album. I actually think it is brilliant. Besides the artwork, of course. It's a very easy to listen to Iron Maiden album. I think you got Passchendaele, Dance of Death are longer songs, but they're not overly complicated. Brilliant guitar solos in them though. You got a lot of fun songs on this album as well. Wildest Dreams, Rainmaker. I really like Age of Innocence and New Frontier. They're fun songs too. Although most people hate Age of Innocence. I don't know. I like that chorus. It's a bit uplifting. What am I going to do? This may surprise some of you. I think this is an A-tier album. I don't know where it's here, but Dance of Death, I feel, gets underappreciated a lot. This is a brilliant album. Speaking of underappreciated, now we hit A Matter of Life or Death, Ammo Lad. We had this as a kid. I remember having the CD. I think my brother owned it. I didn't appreciate it a lot then because, you know, I wanted to hear Run to the Hills, Number of the Beast, and these were all really long, over-the-top songs. So I ignored it for the longest period of time. As I've gotten older and as I listen to more and more Maiden, I always come back to this album, start to finish. Different World's such a good opener. You got these Colors Don't Run, Brighter Than a Thousand Suns, the reincarnation of Benjamin Briggs. But here we come to my favorite Iron Maiden song, For the Greater Good of God. I don't know why that song hits me so hard, but I just fucking love that song. This is S tier for me. I know you're not going to agree, but this is S tier for me, and I feel pretty strongly about that. When we do a bit of shuffling, I don't think that's going to move. Okay, and now there was a bit of a layoff here. We've got The Final Frontier. I really wanted to like this album. I saw them on this tour at Soundwave in Sydney. I like El Dorado. That's a good song. I don't know, just none of it really sticks to me. Yeah, it doesn't do a lot, but it doesn't do a lot for me to go, this is a garbage album either. I do think it's C tier, unfortunately. I do think Fear of the Dark is better. It's got Fear of the Dark on it. You could make the argument it could be a D tier album, but I don't think it's that bad. Cool artwork. Like I said, the songs are fine. Nothing's really bad on it. Just nothing's really great on it either. I guess C it is. Okay, and here we come to another controversial album. I didn't realize this was controversial. Like I said, I do watch these types of videos a bit. Not tier videos, but ranking best or worst. The Book of Souls is always really low. I can get it. If you don't like the 2000s Maiden, yeah, hell yeah, you're going to rank this album low, but I like all of Maiden's work. I don't know if I like 80s Maiden or 2000s Maiden better, honestly. I'm being honest here. Book of Souls ticks all the boxes for me. Yeah, sure, it's got a couple of dud songs that I don't really listen to, or I couldn't even bring up the lyrics to at the moment. I do like Tears of a Clown, which is considered the worst song on the album, just because it is about Robin Williams, and that tugs at my heartstrings a bit. Grew up with him. What am I going to say? If Eternity Should Fail is an absolutely killer album opener with the echo and the reverb and the trumpets. I love it. Speed of Light, fun song, fun short song. It's not the best Maiden song, but I like it. I find myself putting it on quite a bit. The Red and the Black is an absolute masterpiece of a song. Even if you hate this album, you've got to agree that's a brilliant song. Empire of the Clouds is just epic, but different. Completely not Maiden, but it's epic. Death or Glory is like my wife and I's favourite driving song, just because of how Bruce does that climb like a monkey life. We can't help ourselves but do it in the car. That sounded naughty. Yeah, this album ticks a lot of boxes for me, and of course the title track, Book of Souls. But I don't know where I'm going to sit it. I've obviously talked it up, so I do like it. I'm going to go A. This one may move. I'm not sure which direction, but this may move. Okay, and now we're at Maiden's newest album. I'm really digging this album so far. I do feel I need to give it a few more listens. I've probably only spun it about 6-7 times. I've listened, you know, Writing on the Wall's been out for a while, Stratego, so I've listened to those a bit more. The Time Machine's a brilliant song. I love Death of the Celts. A lot of good stuff on this album, but it is a truly great. If this is Maiden's last album, I think it's a good way to go out. I do think the album ends on a high, if it is their last. Some great stuff on here, some long songs. I like the long Maiden songs, so I'm going to say this is a B. I love the artwork on it. It's really good, so I'm comfortable with B. Alright. Here's the hard part. Making sure I'm happy with this list. I'm going to post this video tonight. It's going to go live. You guys are going to watch it, and I'm going to go, damn, I should have changed some of those around. I feel that way with the Fear Factory one. I'm going to feel it here as well. But there is no wrong. A D for Maiden, well, maybe not these ones. A C for Maiden is still an A for another band. Well, let's have a look. I'm pretty confident with everything in D. And I'm confident with the order it's been put in. I know that's probably not a popular decision. I'm just basing it off when Bruce does them live, and Sign of the Cross is just too good. It's better than anything on No Prayer for the Dying, at least in my opinion. Let's look here. C, C, C. Yeah, I'm pretty comfortable with that as well. I honestly didn't think I was going to rate these to a C. I thought coming in they may have been a B. But here we are. B, I'm pretty comfortable with this. I'm probably going to get some slack for putting this over these two, but Bruce just does it for me, man. And the Time Machine, Death of the Celts are enough. I think Phantom of the Opera is the best song across these three albums regardless. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm really digging Senjutsu. That may change in a couple of months' time when I've listened to it a few more times. There might be some stuff I'm like, oh, I'm just going to skip this from now on. But as it stands today, I'm going to say Senjutsu is better than these two albums, in my opinion. I know a lot of people are going to be angry at that, but that's my opinion. Okay, now we're at A and S tier. This is going to be hard because I'm going to try and put them in order, at least which I prefer. This isn't finalized, of course. This is just my opinion in this space right now. Let's have a look. Dance to Death and Brave New World. I listen to these albums back to back a lot. Like I said, Brave New World's very front-loaded. And I do think Dance to Death overall is the better album start to finish, but the songs that shine on Brave New World really shine through, like Brave New World, The Wicker Man, Ghost of Navigator, Blood Brothers. Such brilliant songs. I can't believe I'm doing this. Actually, no. I think Dance to Death, when it comes down, what album do I want to put on start to finish? I'm going to put on Dance to Death, because like Passchendaele, Dance to Death, Rainmaker, I love those songs, man. And yeah, if they played them live over, say, The Wicker Man or Blood Brothers, I wouldn't be upset. Yeah, I think Dance to Death's better. Do I think it's better than Peace of Mind? Peace of Mind, When Eagles Dare, Flight of Icarus, Dive Your Boots On, The Trooper, all such fantastic songs. Quest of Fire, I don't like that. I know that really hurt me to do that then, because it's got The Trooper on it, but I don't know, it's just something about these albums that really get to me. I think I like Book of Souls better than these albums. The Seventh Son of the Seventh Son go up to S tier. Do I think it's better than Number of the Beast? Number of the Beast is Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Children of the Damned. They're the standout tracks to me. I like 22 Acacia Avenue as well. I like The Prisoner. Do I like it more than Moonchild? Do I like it more than The Evil That Man Do? Whoa, this is hard. This is so hard. Why am I doing this to myself? Let's look at the S tier first then. I'll come back to A. I personally think Somewhere in Time's the best album. I don't feel it gets enough love. It's definitely not played enough live. Yeah, it wasted years, and that is absolutely fantastic, especially the Flight 66 version where Adrian does some of the chorus. Yeah, I'm going to say that's the best album start to finish. I don't think there's a bad song. The weaker song may be Deja Vu, but that's still an enjoyable song. Sea of Madness is criminally underrated. Alexander the Great has a fantastic guitar solo. In fact, the guitar solo on Caught Somewhere in Time is amazing as well. Stranger in a Strange Land has a cool little groove in it. Heaven Can Wait's brilliant. I think this is the best Maiden album. People would say Power Slave. I feel Power Slave dips a bit in the middle. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more than what this does. I know you're probably not going to like that, but that's how I feel. Does that mean Number of the Beast comes after this? Well, now I've got to ask, do I like Ammo Lad more than Seventh Son? I'm going to get in trouble for this. Ammo Lad just really, really sticks out to me as a brilliant album that's underrated. Don't get me wrong, do I want to hear Run to the Hills more than Different World live? Yeah. Do I want to hear Hallowed Be Thy Name every playlist? Yeah, I do. I'm giving Ammo Lad some love. If you like Ammo Lad, let me know in the comments. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of negative comments for this one. I do think Number of the Beast, just because it has Hallowed Be Thy Name on it, edges out Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. So I think I'm going to finalize it there. Coming into this, I thought I might have had Book of Souls as an S tier, to be honest with you. I also thought I was going to have Seventh Son of Seventh Son be S tier. I don't know if I'm happy with how I've done this list. I'm going to swap them. This just has too many good, strong songs on it. Hallowed Be Thy Name, I'm saying, is the best Maiden song. I'm not saying it's my favorite. I'm saying it is the best Maiden song. But I think Seventh Son's stronger. Wow, look how quickly that turned around. I'm going to stop this video now and go, and change the whole list. But anyway, that's what it is, and that's the fun thing about them. They're up for discussion. I'm up for discussion. I'm keen to hear what you guys want to say. Please suggest bands. If you want me to do the best 20 Maiden songs next, I'll do that. If you want me to do another band completely, I'll do that. As long as I know a lot of bands, trust me. This was fun and stressful at the same time. I hope you all enjoyed it. I want to do more of these. Don't worry, more reactions next week. I'm never stopping that. They're coming. Just thought I'd do this for a bit of a break in the routine. It was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, I've been Jaimunji, and I'll see you all next time.